Hello and welcome to ankle self-massage. So good for your feet, for your legs. Carries so much weight around all day, always taking you places. If you have an old ankle injury and it still gives you some problems, this is really great for that. If your ankles tend to be sore or achy, really good for that too. Even if you get sore, tired feet, just because they're so tied in together, right? But if you have anything that's more acute, inflammation or a recent strain or sprain, please hold off on doing this until you get your doctor's clearance and until it's safe to do it. But if it's something more mild or old or just needs a massage, then this is a good video for you. So we're going to start by just taking 4 fingers, find those big bumps on either sides of the ankle. It's called the medial and the lateral malleoli, 2 big bumps, and go around them. We're just going to make little circles with our fingertips around those bumps. There are so many muscle attachments there, so many tendons, and it's just really nice and relaxing, loosens everything up. And if you notice, I'm using my body weight to do this. I'm not just doing my hands and my arms, and because you'll end up getting, really tense shoulders. Sort of the caveat with self-massage is that you relax one area and another area tightens up. But you want to just lean your body weight here. That's going to save you. So I'm moving my body in order to move my fingers rather than just moving my fingers. All the way around, and then you can go the opposite way. Then you can find your Achilles tendon. It's that big ropey tendon right on the back. Go in on either side of it, same like 4 fingers like we did before. Go in on either side of it, sort of get underneath the border of the Achilles tendon. So you have 4 fingers on either side, and we're just going to let it move down. So I'm leaning my weight in, I'm holding my pressure, my fingers are going towards each other, and I'm also leaning downward, if that makes any sense. I hope it does. And you're just letting the tissue release. You're letting it take you. I'm not pushing or forcing anything. I'm just leaning. So once again, either side of the Achilles tendon, you're bringing your 4 fingers on either hand in to the edges of that Achilles. It's okay if it's not precise, just go where it feels good. This is your massage. If it feels good, you're doing it right. If it's releasing tension, if it's releasing anxiety, if it's helping to ease pain, you're okay. You're doing it right. So go ahead and push the fingers together and downwards towards the foot. So you'll be going down, letting your body weight take your fingers down on either sides of the Achilles. And it actually feels really good, especially for me when I get down closer to the foot. I didn't realize it was so tense. And then go to that same starting place at the top of where you can feel that Achilles tendon, and just do some circles, just like we were doing around the malleoli in the first one, the first step. Let's just do some circles around the Achilles going down. Just going wherever it feels good. If you find a place that's particularly tense, or even if it just feels really good, hang out there. Just put your pressure there and breathe in through the nose, out through the nose. And let that tension dissipate just into thin air. So some circles all the way down. And now when you're down by the heel, go ahead on either side of that Achilles tendon again. It's easier to feel here because there's less tissue in the way. It's really just that big rope, that tendon. So either side of it, and this time we're going to lean back we're going to, and actually you can flip your hands instead of doing it this way to go down, flip your hands, get into that Achilles, and start to lean back. We're doing the same thing, but going the opposite way. So I'm just leaning back and letting my body weight bring me back and the tissue release, bringing my hands up. And then we can have a little fun with this. So go ahead, back down, start there, start at the either side of the Achilles, right? And then while you lean back and while you do this myofascial release up the ankle, you're going to flex the foot, nice and slow, go real slow, and point the foot. Point makes it slacken, flex makes it stress. So it could be a little intense. I meant stretch, not stress. It could be a little intense, but back off. If this is just too much, then just keep the foot down. Or if it's just a tiny bit too much, try a smaller range of motion. Just go sort of a half flex and back and forth, or try easing up on the pressure. That's great. Let's do it one more time. Either side of the Achilles. And it's actually easier to find if you flex your foot. You can feel that Achilles because it tightens. So go ahead up. Breathing. Relaxing. Leaning with your body weight. Great. So now let's work on the front of the ankle. So we'll put our fingers right at the front, sort of right where those malleoli, those bumps are, okay? And then just start to lean back. Just start to bring those fingers up, and you can add that flex and point if you'd like to get it a little more, give it a little more stretch, a little more intense. Gather up that tissue right at those bumps and bring it back. And you can gather it up more if you start with your foot flexed a little bit. Gather it up and then slowly flex, because now, point, because now the pointing is stretching the tissue as opposed to the back side when we did the other side. Feels really nice. And now we're going to take our hands, wrap them around the foot, and just do a nice massage, circle massages around the ankle and foot with these big thumb pads that we have. They're called the thenar eminence. So grasp around the foot. My thumb pads are in the front of the ankle, and I'm just going to lean in, let my body move my arms. Let my arms move my hands and enjoy this massage that feels so good. So you can work your way around to the side. You can work down the foot, front of the ankle, the outside. You can try it with the foot flat down. You can try it with the foot flexed. Find your happy place. And just give the foot some nice squeezes. Toes, don't forget the toes. Squeeze. And brush off that ankle. Make sure it's nice and loose. Do some ankle circles, one way, the other way. Well, mine feels really nice and loose. Now you can compare the sides. It's neat when you have a massage to do on two sides, because you can really feel the difference between the side you worked and the side that has yet to be worked. So Take note of that. It's information. And then go back and do the other ankle. Thanks so much for doing this massage with me.